Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Startup Fuel podcast, where we are interviewing ecosystem leaders, learning about their opportunities, and getting a chance to present to startups locally and all over the world great opportunities for their company. Today, with me, I've got Thierry Lu from the Canadian Technology Accelerator, and he's going to tell us a little bit about himself and this crazy opportunity that he has for us. So, Thierry, I'll let you, jump straight in. Tell us a little bit about yourself and the organization you're working for.
Sure. So I'm a trade commissioner working for Global Affairs Canada, and my mission is to help Canadian startups connect with the local resources in the Silicon Valley. I'm currently based in Palo Alto, so in the heart of Silicon Valley, where there's tremendous amount of opportunities for tech founders.
Amazing. So tell us a little bit more about the Canadian Technology Accelerator and the Trade Commission it offers. What is the purpose and what do they do for the ecosystem?
Yep, for sure. So the Canadian Tech Accelerator is a program that has been part of what we call the Trade Commissioner Service, which is a branch of the Global Affairs Canada. And our main objective is to help Canadian startup better expand their business to the US, right? So my main responsibility is to help them connect with the local resources. So think VCs, corporate innovation partners, potential clients, but also allow them to be able to have a way to better recruit potential workers or human resources.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of things. Investors, clients, employees. That's a lot of great activities that the CTA and the Trade Commission helps with. Is there other locations as well, or is Silicon Valley the main outsourced location?
Yep. So Silicon Valley is one of them. We have the program available also in Boston, in New York, also outside of the US. So in Asia, we recently launched our program in Mexico. So for more information, you can go into the website and look for Trade Commissioner services, and you'll be able to see all of these programs available.
Yeah, perfect. And I'm also going to be posting the links for the the websites down below in the comments, so that way people can find it. But you're here right now to talk about this opportunity that is coming up in the next couple of days. So I would love to hear a little bit about it. Can you tell us a little bit more about that, Thierry?
Sure. So we're currently recruiting 8 companies to participate in the upcoming program that will start in March. So 8 companies will be selected to participate in an 8 weeks program that consists of 8 weeks of startup workshops, hands-on workshop, where the founder will get the chance to work with our local partners who will be able to advise them on topics such as go-to-market strategies, how to prepare for successful Series A funding, and topic like that. So basically, they will have access to 8 weeks hands-on workshop, complemented by one-on-ones with a selected advisor, and access to high-level Trade Commissioner service, during which we'll be able to help them connect with potential clients.
Perfect.
Local clients.
Sounds incredible. A lot of amazing things. What is the program called? Is there a name for it?
That's the Canadian Tech Accelerator, aka CTA.
And this specific program, is it for one location? Is it the Silicon Valley one?
So this is the Silicon Valley one. Each program has its own flavor, right? For Silicon Valley, for example, we're focused on business development and VCs primarily.
Okay. And is there any cost associated to this program? How do people get involved?
Sure. So this is a fully funded program by the government of Canada. So there is no cost for startups to participate. We also do not take any equity. It is fully funded by the government of Canada.
Wow. So 2 things I'm sure founders love to hear: no dilution and no cost. But that's incredible.
Absolutely.
The Canadian government has even set this up in the first place. But it sounds like a fantastic opportunity. What are some of the ways that people can actually apply into the program?
Sure. So once again, you go into the website, you apply for it. I can also take one-on-one calls for people who are unsure about what the program entails, and I can answer specific questions that may have. We also recorded a webinar that we can make accessible. I think you'll be able to share the link, right?
Yeah, I'll share the link. Yeah, I will.
So we'll do that, and if you have any questions for me, any specific questions, feel free to reach out.
Okay, awesome. So one more question now is, what kind of companies are you looking for? Like, tell us a little bit about maybe
Sure.
the industries, the stages,
Yep.
How big they are, and also maybe a little bit about traction. Are you looking for any of that?
Yep. So we're looking for primarily seed stage companies that are looking to raise a Series A in the Silicon Valley. And the sectors that we are currently covering are retail, property management, logistics and supply chain, finance, and cybersecurity. So those are all the sectors that we're applying, that we're covering as part of this program.
And what about, so you said the Series A company. So what is there, like a minimum raise amount that you're looking at as a Series A?
No minimum raise amount. It's just the stage of the company. We're looking for companies that have already had traction in Canada and maybe in the US that are looking to position themselves for a successful Series A raise in the Silicon Valley.
So you've said a lot of like business development and client introductions is a huge part of this program. Is there certain relationships that the CTA, the Trade Commission, has in Silicon Valley that are beneficial for certain industries over others?
Absolutely. So that's part of my second job. That's also part of my job, is to go out there and meet with corporations such as Google, Apple, and dig into a little bit about what is it that they're looking for. We also work with startup scouting organizations that are looking for startups for their clients. So we have a lot of partnership with our local network, and we are looking to expose the Canadian startups to these type of opportunities in the Valley.
Yeah, incredible stuff. I mean, the networks, the scouting, I think it's very, very useful for anyone. Is there any certain technology restrictions or certain things you're looking at, like B2B, SaaS, AI, cannabis? Is there certain restrictions, or is everything agnostic there?
So we're pretty much agnostic. We're not looking. So you mentioned about cannabis. That's something that we're not covering because it's still not federally available across the entire US.
Yeah.
What we've seen is AI and machine learning are pretty hot technologies. Also, we're looking for SaaS companies, so people that are looking to build product companies so SaaS companies primarily.
Perfect. So when is the deadline for this, and how do people apply?
The deadline for this program is February 10th. So we only have a couple of days to go, but I also run 2 programs a year. The next program will start in October.
Right.
So if you're missing the train on this one, you should be able to apply for the next one.
And when do the applications for the next one start?
In October.
Oh, in October, right? And then the program there's some delay from the applications to the time it actually launches.
That's right. So we open the application typically a month or 2 prior to the start of the program. I want to say 2, but that gives us time to take calls, interview companies, and make the final selection.
Perfect. So tell us a little bit about the application process. So what do companies need to fill out? And after they do fill that out, what is your timeline for getting back to them?
So it's pretty straightforward. Companies go onto the website, fill out an application. We want to collect information such as the founding team, the current revenue that are being generated, in Canada or outside of Canada, what their objectives are in our local territory, whether it is to raise funding, whether it is to target some clients, or even some partnerships that they're exploring, for example. So those are the type of things that we cover. As far as the selection process, we are a panel of advisors, VC, and trade commissioners, right? So basically, the advisor that we are working with basically want to find out if the founding team is if the team or the founder is somebody that the team can work with. On the VC front, his job is to figure out companies that are fundable either now or in the long term. And as trade commissioners, we want to find out if this company actually fall within the network, our local network, that we can leverage to help them, to support them.
Right. So those three areas you talked about: business development, potential partnerships, clients, employees.
That's right.
You've got advisors and selection committee members looking at each one of those and seeing
That's
whether the company's a good fit. That makes a lot of sense. And so from the time, you have the 10th is the deadline, the February 10th. Mm-hmm. If a company would apply on the 10th, by what time can they expect to hear back from you whether they got into the program or not?
Yep. We typically get back to them within 2 weeks. And the companies that are not accepted into the program, we typically arrange for a one-on-one time with one of our advisor so that they can give further guidance and on how they can have a greater chances at getting accepted the next time. We also provide access to some of the recordings from those workshop sessions. Those are the things that are pretty valuable for those who are not accepted into the program.
Yeah, that's an incredible point actually to make. The fact that even if you don't get in as part of the top 8 companies, you're still now part of the trade commissioners network. They're still helping you in multiple different ways. And also you get to get notified possibly of other programs in the future, right?
That's absolutely correct. And we can also support each company outside of the program, from a trade commissioner standpoint. So we can still work with them one-on-ones. It's just not going to be as part of the program.
And approximately how long is the application, and how long does it take for some company to fill out?
I want to say 15-20 minutes to go through the entire application.
Perfect. So for 15-20 minutes, you get incredible value. You get a chance to potentially go and work with a network in Silicon Valley, and you get access to the trade commission and the resources, the recordings. It just seems like a no-brainer for any company that fits that description, right?
That's correct. Yes.
Perfect. So I mean, when the next time you have your October event, I would love to as well bring you back on, talk a little bit about that later in the future. Sure. But for now, we'll put all the links below. People can come and check it out and see if you're a startup that fits the description. Please do come and apply. Their team is working very, very hard in making sure that we can take Canadian companies abroad, make sure there's good expansion. And so again, thank you so much for coming on and talking a little bit about your opportunity here. We'll be promoting it, making sure a lot of companies apply. And if there's any other last minute pieces of information you want to share, Thierry, please drop it right now.
Yeah, no, for sure. So it's a pretty selective program. We can only select 8 companies. So I would encourage you to apply. It's a tremendous opportunity. Last year we have received 100 applications, and we actually decided to increase the size of the cohort to 14 companies. Right. And within the 14 companies, actually 2 companies were able to successfully raise a Series A. So we are also getting a lot of success as part of this program.
That's an incredible traction, actually. 2 companies actually raised money.
Out of 14, that's not too bad, right?
That's not too bad at all. I'm sure the other companies got some great resources too, maybe some connections, a client or 2, right?
That's right.
Yeah. Right. So amazing. Thank you so much for coming on, talking about all of this stuff. If you are a startup company and you have to apply to this great opportunity, and stay tuned. We'll talk about more different things that are available for the India ecosystem. Thierry, thank you so much for coming on the show. I'll wish you all the best. Keep hacking and hustling in what you're doing, and we'll connect a lot more people in the ecosystem to you.
Thank you for the opportunity, Ashley. Have a great day.
Yeah, you too. Take care. Cheers.
Take care.